YouTube. Like, subscribe, share, hit the bell notification, comment. He or she is too controlling. I was explaining a scenario, and the person I said, well, that's a bit controlling. And I said, here is the reason why A, B, and C. This is the reason why this is the reason why I'm requiring this. This is the reason why I'm requiring this. Yes, it may seem a bit controlling in this aspect, but it's because of this that I have to do this. What is somebody there's a healthy control and there is an unhealthy control in business, in relationships. There's healthy and then there's unhealthy, and I keep equating it back to my business because, say it with me, marriage indeed is a business. If my wife is looking at this, she will say, yes, Joshua keeps saying that. Marriage is a business. I was married before. I keep sharing that information because it leads to, it explains why I am the way I am now. It talks about my failures, what I missed. And, it really dives into, okay, I understand why this person is the way he is or she is. They've learned from their failures. In my business, I had to file bankruptcy, personal bankruptcy, and I'm rebounding very, very well. I had to file personal bankruptcy. A part of that is kind of like when I was talking to the kid Brian today. I said, well, you're making this much, but you need to itemize every last thing. If you piss, can I say the word piss? Yes, I think I can. If you pee in a pool, you need to itemize how much pee you pee in the pool. If this, you need to attach that to a dollar amount, a weight amount. You need to know, because if you don't know how much you're spending as opposed to how much you're charging, how do you know if you're even making a profit? And this was told to me 10 years prior by a very wise old man himself. I said, how do you know? You could be working for free. Does that sound controlling? Yes, it is a healthy form of control. How does this equate to relationships? I told my wife, hey, A, B, C, and D, I need to know. I need to know. Not that I can do anything about it, but I need this. This has got to happen because of what happened in the past when I wasn't controlling, when I was a lot freer in this scenario, when I was a lot freer. This is where it leads. Not individually, but in the union of two people, partnership, business, what have you. You've got to have somebody, there's got to be a reporting system that goes on. A reporting system so you can know if you're moving towards your goals or an upwards trajectory. And there has to be an accountability on my part too. Like I tell my wife all the time, she's gonna be on here. Yeah, he gives me complete access to go in, and I know she may say, but how would you feel if I did this? I say, as long as you make it make sense. Long as that means I'm gonna ask you to think. Long as you can make it make sense about the move that you did. Look at, and this is if two businesses are separate, but we have to join monies together. I said, look at what our household needs. I'm always gonna take care of you. Evidently, that's what men do. but also look at what I need done. Long as, and what you do, long as you can make it make sense to me, I don't have a problem with it. I don't have a problem with it. And that's kind of like customers tell me all the time. It's their house. It's their swimming pool. But one customer told me, you have free reign to do whatever you want to do to my pool, because I've seen you, number one, I've seen you give more than what I've given. I've had to bump your salary up without asking. I've seen you sweat, I've seen you toil, and I see you bring results. So this pool, even though this is my house, you have the freedom. You can even charge me more if you need be, long as you make it make sense, and as long as I can swim and everything's crystal clear. I've had many conversations like that. Hey, I don't care what you do, as long as A, B, C, and D is done, it's yours. So they've given me, even though they have control, even though the house is theirs, they've given me control over something that's theirs, because they know that I am going to take them in the direction that they need to be taken into. They know that and one of the main reasons why I've got to take them in that direction is because I've got to do the work myself. Even when I had technicians working for me, I still was very controlling over, okay, how much chemicals are being dumped in? Okay, I didn't care about your time at the pool. I'll say, as long as I don't get a phone call back, but let me know how much is going in, number one, so I can know how much to get, so I can know how much is going out. So I know if stuff is not being wasted. And at the at the end of the day, if something went haywire, I couldn't even look at them and say, this is because of you. All that fell back on me. So, was my being in control, was that a bad example of control, or was it a healthy example of control? Because at the end of the day, if you do everything that I'm advising, if we have this checks and balances, look, my guys always stayed employed. They always, their checks was always cut. There was no wait. There was no, I got to cut your pay. Because there was a healthy system in place of checks and balances. Because they reported to me, because I was that controlling over that aspect of it, hey, we got more work coming in. We got this coming in. We got that coming in. Everything balanced out. The same thing works in marriage or partnerships or relationships, and keep this in mind. A big part of this is another C word, which is communication. Sometimes there needs to be a law and order in place to sit there and lead in the direction that the marriage is going into, that business is going into. There has got to be a controlling person. There literally has to be a submit, i.e. that customer submitted her pool over to me. Do what you need to do. Hey, if you say I need to spend this amount of money, it's done. If I need to, because there was also trust built with that. Now I can see if the ship was going down to the ocean, ship was sinking, and you haven't trusted me with all these things, then you really, I'm not trusting you with this. I'll take it over from here. I got it. I'm find somebody else. Let me know what you think in the comments section. Healthy control. What's the opposite of control? What's the opposite of control? Is not the word freedom. Somebody look that up for me. Out of control, haywire, disorder. There's got to be a level of control. There's got to be a level of allowing the other person, and keep this in mind, this is an act of submission and resubmitting. We're submitting in partnership, in marriage. We're submitting one to another. It's not the fact that one is totally controlling. No, if my wife finds out something that's better, i.e. we missed the flight, I should have been on time, that was my fault, my bad, because I failed. And this is a classic example. We were supposed to go to Mexico, and I was, even though I was awake 2:45, 3:44, 3 hours before our flight, I had did something out of control, out of order, that caused us to miss the flight. And do you know what? If that person would have came back and said, hey, in order for you guys to make it, you're going to have to spend another ticket, I was willing to bite that freaking bullet. I was willing to bite and accept it, because I should have took care of my affairs the other night. I would not have penalized my partner for a failure that I missed out on. But by the grace of God, somebody say, but God, it worked out. But if it hadn't worked out, hey, I take full responsibility, and this is what it is. I bet you the next time we had to fly out, the car was loaded the night before. I would have had no problem with my wife sitting there saying, hey, you know what? I got it from here. I'm going to take control over A, B, C, and D. Because at an important moment, I failed. I dropped the ball. I dropped the freaking ball. Because you dropped the ball, it caused us to spend an additional $2,000. Yeah. We gonna spend it, but from now on, this. She could have came in and said, this is what I need to see. This is what I need to see so that this won't happen again. In order to protect me, I'm protecting us. If that makes any sense. So it's not about me having control over certain scenarios. I'm looking out for us. They got a spider right there. I'm looking out for us down the road. I'm looking out for us. And if I'm going to look out for us, I got to look out for me. Because I know I haven't failed you yet. I have yet to fail you. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Is it wrong to be controlling? Let me know the types of control. Let me know why you would give control to another person over about finances. A lot of times some of us have financial advisors, and we pour money into Charles and Schwab's, and we trust that they move our money. But if there was ever a time where that financial advisor started mismanaging the money that you were sending them, I might go with Fidelity or choose another route, or choose a different advisor that may know what they're doing. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Like, subscribe, share. Peace.